It is about 9 minutes to the top of the hour. I certainly hope you're on time. Okay, so we're still enjoying summer, but brace yourself. Back to school shopping, it's right around the corner. Whether you're buying backpacks or your first grader or paying college tuition for your older kids, you're going to experience some back to school sticker shock. The U.S. Bureau of Labor Statistics estimating that school essentials, they've risen between 8 and 18% over the past year. That includes the food you pack in your kids' lunch, clothes, tuition, all based on research conducted by finance website The Balance. Editor-in-chief of The Balance, Kristin Myers, joining us to share what's gone up, and away, and how you can save some money. I think everybody wants to know how they can save anything. So The Balance obviously makes it very, very easy to break down, and how much inflation has caused us to really rethink clipping coupons.
Yeah, so inflation rose 9.1% in June, but frankly, some of the items that at least that we analyzed are actually going up even more than that. So back to school, of course, is a great time. Parents are excited to get their kids back to school and out of the house, but unfortunately, it's going to be a lot more expensive. If you've got kids in high school or younger, just sending them to school and making them lunch is going to actually cost 18% more, Adrienne. Lunch meat, 18% more expensive than last year. But even items like sporting equipment is going to cost you about 8%, in addition to some of those musical instruments. So even the hobbies are going to get a lot more expensive. And unfortunately, if you want to buy your kids some new outfits, it is also going to set you back a pretty penny. Boys' outfits actually up 7% since last year.
I think we have some graphics to go along with this. How much are haircuts averaging? Because I guess you got to get the back to school look. The back to school fade never goes out of style.
I might have to go out of style because it's out of people's wallets this year. That's actually up about 6%. We did do some research online, found that the average price of a haircut's around $50. So just sending your kid back with a nice new hairdo is really going to be a lot more expensive. But again, clothing, 7% more expensive for the boys. For the girls, not too bad, up 2%. But I will say that typically girls' items and girls' clothing is already more expensive. So you might not get as much savings as you might think.
What about college? Tuition is up, dorm essentials are up.
This is such a good question because I think that people think, hey, I'm going to be sending my kid off to college. I don't really have to worry about too many of these costs anymore. And that is frankly not true. But surprisingly, the tuition, the fees, the housing that you were just talking about, I think most folks think that that's going to be the biggest price increase, but it's actually not, only up about 2%. What is actually going to cost you a pretty penny is really going to be furnishing those dorms, those linens, that furniture, any bedding. That's actually up 13% since last year. And while the price variations do exist, we did look online to check out what it's going to cost you for some of those school supplies, like those notebooks, pens, crayons, for example. That's also up roughly 13% based on some of our searches.
I'm just happy people are still using crayons. That makes me feel better about the world. It's like something innocent, something pure. We still use Crayola. Anything gone down in price since last year?
Only two things, and that's going to essentially be that smartphone. So if you've got an iPhone or an Android, that is actually down 20% since last year. And also those 20%. Phone plans, yeah, down about 1% since last year. That, unfortunately, is the only place that you're really going to be able to find savings. Calling your kid while they're at school or sending them a text message, it's going to cost you less than last year. But everything else, it is up.
Okay, well, you and I, we're going to do an Instagram Live right after our third hour here at about 9:05 Central Time, 10:05 a.m. Eastern. You guys can follow me, get on AB on TV, and follow The Balance Com. So The Balance Com, and Kristin and I are going to answer your questions to how you can save money. We'll have that for you. Thank you, Kristin. Thank you for watching. Go to newsnationnow.com to find News Nation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of News Nation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.